Hello, all you degenerate old schoolers, and welcome back to another episode of The Orb. I hope everyone is as pumped as I am. This is round 5 of Lobstercon, the largest old school event in the world. So we gathered in Boston, and we're up to round 5, so we are getting in the thick of it. We are in the weeds. Not only that, I have a few extra photos of people eating a lot of pizza and doing fun things around the Boston area. After these photos get done, we will watch Andy and Raymond duke it out. But first, let's take a look at the decks they're on. And here's a look at Andy's brew. Top line, I shouldn't just say the top line. About half of his deck is black. He has Dark Writs, 4 Dark Writs, 4 Orders of the Ebon Hand, 4 of those big, beautiful, beefy bastards, Juzam Gens, 3 Underworld Dreams for all the decks that like to draw extra cards, 3 Drain Life for a little life gain on his own side, and to drain out his opponent's life. Of course, all the restricted cards, including Demonic Tutor, Mind Twist, we can see there in that middle row and the row below it. A myriad of dual lands and City of Brass. 4 bolts, I guess for spot removal or maybe to finish off the game. I love the Earthquake in there. And then some more burn in the form of Side Blasts. So, nice, well-rounded deck. I'm sure it will perform well. And you gotta love those black-bordered rounded cards. He's got a deck full of them. His sideboard has 1 more Side Blast, a couple Disenchant, 2 Maze of Ith, 2 Shatter, 3 Energy Flux, which are really good against artifacts, 1 extra Earthquake, 2 Red Elemental Blast, and 2 Blue Elemental Blasts. So, nice looking deck, Andy. Let's take a look at his opponent's deck. And here's a look at his opponent's deck, Raymond. Raymond and I cross paths in X points, and he's mostly up to artifact shenanigans when we play each other. We can see here today he is on a form of workshops. He's got 4 Triskelion, 4 Trike, a bunch of the brown mana needed to pump out those big bastards, 4 Copy Artifact, which I love, 4 Ice Manipulator, and 3 Obsidious Golem. In case you haven't played with one or maybe didn't bother to buy any, they're 4/6 for 6, quite the pain in the ass to deal with. And unlike Su-Chi, they don't try and come back to kill their owner with mana burn. He's got some spot removal in the form of Swords to Plowshares, a couple Divine Offering to pick up extra life if he needs it on his side or remove his opponent's shit, and 1 Coffin. I do love the Coffin. He can play trickery with the Trikes and the Tetravis by jamming them in that Coffin and then removing them with extra counters. Again, myriad of dual lands, 4 Mishra's Factory, 1 Abyss. That helps wipe the board of those other pesky creatures with colors. His sideboard, he has a Mind Twist. Who needs that thing in the main board anyways? A 2nd Abyss, another Coffin, 1 more Divine Offering, COP Reds and Blacks, City in a Bottle, 1 Plains, 2 Spirit Links, 2 Maze of Ith, and 3 Disenchant. I believe he's got some Tetravis tokens sitting in the top left. So this should be a nice battle. Let's take a look at game number 1. And here we go with game number 1, round 5 of Lobstercon. Raymond won the pickle throwing competition, so he's on the play and already able to produce 6 mana. Lotus, Workshop, straight into Tetravis. What a fucking nightmare to deal with. 4/4 flyer that can split off into a bunch of little 1/1 boogers. His opponent's ramping right back and got an immediate Side Blast. Not a bad answer. He takes 2 to the face from his own Side Blast. I believe he loses another 1 to burn. So yeah, down to 17 already. Goes Andy, but he does immediately answer that Tetravis. Raymond finds a Tundra and then just a pass. Andy tapping 2 and dropping out an Order of the Ebon Hand. 2/1 Pump Knight from Fallen Empires. His opponent drops a Sapphire and a Mishra's Factory. The glare is real on this match, unfortunately. Back to Andy. Andy follows up with the Underground Sea and sends in the Pump Knight. Decides to make him a 4-1. Cracking in for 4. Raymond drops down to 16. Doesn't have an answer. I'm sure he doesn't want to lose that factory. But Raymond does find another factory, drops that down, and here comes another Tetravis. Tetravis number 2 enters the battlefield. 4-4 flyer with counters on it. And he's tapping things. Looks like, oh, another 3 for Psyblast. Way to come through again with the Psyblast. That blast will drop him down to 15. He pumps up that Pump Knight and sends him in for 3. Cracks Raymond down to 13. The battle is on. Those robots are getting murdered by those Psyblasts. Raymond finds a Soul Ring. Yeah, turning his factory sideways, cracking back in for 4. And Andy drops down to 11. Looks like Raymond's down to 1 card in hand. Oh, Andy's building his hand with an Ancestral. That's big. Taps 3 more. Drops an Underworld Dreams out. That's the gift that keeps on giving there, Clark. Raymond drops on down to 12 on his draw. He does still have his... Andy still has his Order untapped. With, I believe, 1 black mana to give him first strike if needed. Raymond knows how to get around that. Just send in 1 factory and be able to pump them. Yeah, there's the pump. Drops Andy down to 8. Raymond comes up with the Strip Mine. And just a pass. So Andy's got the card advantage at this point. Raymond's got the life advantage. Oh, Andy tapping 3 for a Time Twister. 7 new cards, but more importantly, 7 points of damage to his opponent. There's that Underworld giving gifts throughout Christmas. So, 2 new hands for both of these players, and yeah, Raymond's dropping down to 5. Here comes the order. I think Andy snuck a Lotus out there. Cracking the Lotus, I'm sure, for black. And yeah, sends the Pump Knight in for 4. Untap. We're going to have that upkeep trigger of the Underworld Dreams. if Raymond has an answer for it. Oh, no, he does not. Underworld Dreams, star of the show for game number 1. These two will swap out some cards and move on to game number 2. And here we go with game number 2. Raymond took a mulligan, sends one back. Starts off with a Sapphire and a Tundra. Always good to show 2 blues up, just to show who's in charge. Here comes a City of Brass from his opponent. Ooh, Dark Ritual straight into an Underworld Dreams. The City of Brass does the first damage of the game, dropping Andy down to 19. But the Underworld follows suit straight to Raymond's face on his draw step. Both these players are down to 19. Raymond taps 4 and shoves out an Icy Manipulator. Oh, tries to tap down the city, but Andy has an answer and bolts Raymond's face. Life totals are now 16 to 18. Andy's advantage. Raymond's dropped down to 15 on his draw. That Underworld is just ticking away. Raymond comes up with a strip mine and continues to tap down that City of Brass. Andy just keeps missing land drops. That's gotta hurt. Did get a glance of Andy's hand there. It looks like he's holding back a Mox in his hand. Yeah, we entered the Drago portion of the game very early here. Here comes that jet. Oh, Raymond's got an immediate answer for it, though. Divine Offering, just get it off the table. And a second Workshops is out, followed by another Icy Manipulator. That's going to be tough for Andy to do anything. Not only is he not drawing mana sources, but Raymond's got the answers for him. The problem at this point is Raymond's going to have to do something. That Underworld Dreams is just sticking in for 1 a turn. Although he's doing 1 back. Oh, here comes another bolt. Tragic. Yeah, Raymond drops to 8. Andy's on 13. Hasn't done anything but powered out an Underworld and fired 2 bolts. That's done 12 damage. That's a second City of Brass. Wow. That's brave. Yeah, here comes those cities tapping away. Oh, he did it for a reason, though. Andy's got an answer. He is shattering out one of those Icy Manipulators. Raymond drops to 7. Andy's on 10. This has felt like a very passive game. Oh, there we go. Strip Mine doing its job, taking out a city. Icy Manipulator tapping down the other city. Raymond's down to 6. Just needs to get a few extra damage in here. Otherwise, this one's going to slip by in front of him. Copy Artifact on Icy Manipulator. Gift that keeps on giving. City Brass. Oh, Andy's got to discard a Drain Life. That thing is useless. But Raymond's down to 5 life. He's taken 15 damage so far. Copy Artifact's now doing the heavy lifting, tapping down that City of Brass. I'm sure Andy's questioning himself whether he took out all his mana sources. There's a Maze of Ith for Raymond, but that doesn't help him as he drops down to 4 life. Andy's going to 6. Black Lotus Psyblast within this game and this match right now. Oh, he discards a Psyblast. Oh, that is painful. Raymond dropping to 3. Getting in the danger zone. He needs to draw and power out a creature immediately. Come in for an attack. There goes Andy's Brain Geyser. This game's going to be over with before you can ever think about casting that thing. Raymond going to 2. Still no answer in hand. Andy's dropping to 4 from the City of Brass being tapped 16 times. There goes another Underworld. I mean, we're seeing all of Andy's deck, but it's never hitting play. Just straight to the bin. That's tough. Raymond should be... down to 1. There we go. He does find a creature. It's a Tetravis. He needs to gain some life, though, because he's at 1 life. Maybe he finds a scrub land. Now he has access to mana. Gonna have to decide what he wants to do. Taps it. Dark Ritual. Demonic Tutor. So Andy's gone off to find his favorite fucking card in his deck. He still has 1 black floating. It's a Black Lotus. Cracks it. And there's that Psyblast. Uh-oh. See if Raymond has an answer. I mean, I think looking back to his setup, yeah, Divine Offering's about the only thing. He is going to go ahead and send away the copy of the Icy Manipulator to try and gain 4. And I think the Psyblast and the Mana Burn is going to go ahead and kill off Andy. We'll see how this finishes out here. So there we go. Yep. 4 lives gained. Two lives lost off the Psyblast. 4 lives lost off the Psyblast on Raymond's side. They're both at 1. Raymond's got to do something on his upkeep here. He's splitting apart his tokens. Getting out some creatures. I mean, this is down to it. He needs something else, so there we go. Swords to Plowshares. Gains a life, goes to 2, loses a life on his draw, and comes in for an attack. Wow, Triskelion. I'm sorry, Tetravis for the finisher. That was a nail biter. That was a damn close game. Raymond sneaks away with it, though, after that bit of life gain. Wow, that was a good one. So, off to game number 3. So here we go with game number 3. Game number 2 was such a nail biter. Both players down to 1 life. Raymond's taking a mulligan, 3rd mulligan in a row. His opponent does, and he does have a land he already plays out. Then we see a factory into a Soul Ring. Not a bad start for a Shops deck. And he pass again with a 1-lander. That's tough. Oh, that's why. Sorry, I couldn't see it. It's a library. It plays out a Strip Mine. Library already doing some work, drawing that first card. Raymond drops a Tundra. It's up to 5 mana there. Looks like he's going to double activate his factory and Kraken for 2. And there's a Time Walk. Raymond taking his next turn. Andy's already down to 18. And here we go, Triskelion. He's not a friendly bastard. He's a 4/4 robot with a machine gun on him. Ready to shoot about anything down. So library's tapping for extra cards again. Andy needs to come up with some answers. Plays out a Ruby, an Underground Sea, and a Psyblast. Machine gun does some work. We haven't seen that trike animation in a while, so I figured I'd throw it in. But Andy loses 5 life on that exchange. And here come the factories in, dropping him down to 9. Raymond's still on 20. So even though that low is drawing like crazy, Andy's a little bit behind. Taps 2 for a Time Walk of his own. And Raymond cracks out with a Divine Offering on the Ruby. Denying Andy some of his mana sources for his next turn. Raymond taking his another turn. See if Andy can do anything with that full grip of cards he has. Finds a Lotus. Turns the library sideways again. Draws up to 8. And he plays out a Maze of Ith. So between the Strip Mine and the Maze, he can put those factories back at bay. And maybe stabilize at 9 life here. Yeah, just passes back to his opponent. Raymond takes his draw, finds a Maze of Ith of his own, and plays that game of chickens, sending those factories in. One goes backwards, repumps the other one. Well, he lets it slide, takes 3, goes down to 6 life. Andy's kind of entering his own danger zone here. Plays out of Badlands. That library's doing even more work. Dark Ritual, Underworld Dreams. There it is. Now he just needs to get Raymond to draw 20 different cards, and his plan will be complete. 1 of 20 taken care of. Raymond drops to 19. That's his first damage. And here comes here comes an Icy Manipulator. We have 2 activated factories. One gets sent back with the maze. The other one gets stripped. So Andy's not taking any damage this turn. He does fire off a bolt into turn, dropping Raymond down to 16. Andy's going to go ahead and I'm sorry, Raymond's going to tap down the Underground Sea in Andy's upkeep. Andy's off the Loa plan. Oh, look at this. Cracks his Black Lotus, plays down a second Underworld Dreams. Taps 3 for a Wheel of Fortune. Holy shit, that's going to be 14 damage flying at the face. Raymond drops Swords to Plowshares and Spirit Link. Andy's losing out. Looks like a disenchant and a few other cards. But look at all that damage that's going to be flying towards his face. Yeah, 7 new cards times 2 is 14 damage. He's on 16. Looking for the number 2, and there's the bolt to finish it off. Holy crap. What a game. Out of nowhere, Andy comes back. Underworld Dreams do the beatings. Oh, and look at... And the Underworld does the work. What a game, number 3. As always, thanks for watching. Have a good night.